$366,000. A new record for a female athlete. Caitlin is the needle. Smashed the old record held by Serena by $100,000.
Who's going to be the next face of the NBA? We don't get to decide that. The marketplace decides that. The people have chosen Caitlin Clark. They enjoy watching her play, her style, her energy, her shot. Whether it's because her game mirrors one of the greatest players in the NBA in Steph Curry or not, I don't know what it is. It's an intangible thing, right? Yes, we can say she's a dog. Okay, there's been other dogs. Okay, she's a great shooter. There's been other great shooters. She has it. She's got the thing.
And for Caitlin Clark to have the awareness to drive the eyeballs there, you have to give her so much credit.
You won't believe what just happened. Caitlin Clark has smashed a record held by the great Serena Williams, and it's sending shockwaves through the sports world.
She is not only the needle mover, she is the needle, but at this point, it's pretty clear Caitlin Clark is driving the bus and driving the sales.
A one-of-one autographed rookie card just sold for a mind-blowing $366,000, the highest price ever for a women's sports card. That's over $100,000 more than Serena Williams' record-breaking card.
As a rookie and making history. And so I understand her point of view. She wants to probably let other athletes shine. She also says, like, it's earned, not given. There are other people that can use that spotlight to compete as well. So I think Caitlin, she moves because she knows people follow her no matter where she goes, and she's very strategic about dictating where her value is.
And guess what? This isn't just about a piece of memorabilia, it's proof that Caitlin Clark is the biggest name in women's sports right now. But wait, where are the records for Angel Reese? Aja Wilson? Weren't they supposed to be more popular? Oh, right, I forgot. Clark's fans must just be racist, huh? Because clearly fans choosing who they like must have everything to do with race and nothing to do with talent, impact, or personality.
Angel Reese autographed box of Reese's Puffs sold for $9.99. Is that real? $366,000 rookie card. Who do you think we were paying it for? Asia Wilson? Stop it.
Well, today we're breaking it all down, from Caitlin's record-smashing sale to why her popularity is leaving everyone else in the dust. Buckle up. This one's going to be big. Let's get into it.
A new record for any women's sports card. Final sale in this 2024 Panini Prism WNBA Signatures Gold Vinyl Prism Caitlin Clark signed rookie 1 of 1 for $366 freaking thousand.
Caitlin Clark's impact on the sports world is undeniable, and this latest record-breaking moment proves it once again. A rare, one-of-a-kind autographed rookie card of Clark just sold for an eye-watering $366,000, smashing the previous record held by Serena Williams.
What are these cards going to be like in 5 years when she's got a championship, couple of MVPs in there? We're headed towards a $500,000 card.
To put that into perspective, Williams' highest-selling card, a 2003 Net Pro Patch autograph, went for $266,400 in 2022. That's over $100,000 more for a player who hasn't even finished her first year in the WNBA. This isn't just another sports collectible hitting the market. This is history in the making. Women's sports memorabilia has never seen anything like this, and Caitlin Clark is leading the charge. This jaw-dropping sale isn't a fluke.
WNBA girls who have been beating up on her, what do they have to say? Probably that it's all racism, but it really might just be talent.
Clark has been dominating every space she enters, from ticket sales to jersey sales, and now even the high-stakes world of sports collectibles. Fans, collectors, and investors aren't just watching her, they're betting on her.
There is a reason why she's in 41 of 44 nationally televised games. WNBA at least understands they've got a cash cow. Man, this league better learn to protect their cash cow.
Her cards, jerseys, and even game-used shoes are skyrocketing in value, proving she's not just another talented player, she's an icon in the making. The demand is undeniable. Every time a Clark card goes up for auction, prices soar, records get shattered, and she further cements herself as the biggest name in women's basketball.
She has just broken a record that is not just for basketball, it is for all of women's sports.
But here's the thing, this isn't happening for everyone. While Clark's memorabilia is selling for record-breaking prices, the same can't be said for other WNBA stars. Where's the six-figure Angel Reese card? Where's the record-setting Aja Wilson jersey? These players claim they're just as popular, so where's the proof? If popularity is purely based on hype rather than impact, then why aren't we seeing similar numbers for them?
Caitlin Clark is the GOAT!
She signed my jersey! So happy, I'm crying. I'm so happy. This is the best day ever.
Caitlin Clark effect seems to be crazier than year one.
I love watching her score and just everything about her.
They went the extra mile just to watch her play here.
This is great news for women's basketball. Period.
She just brings so much passion to the game, and look at all these people that just want to come and see her.
It is no secret that the Indiana Fever are the most popular team in the WNBA. It is good for the entire WNBA.
The truth is simple. Caitlin Clark is on another level. Fans aren't just watching her play, they're investing in her future. The market speaks for itself, and right now it's saying that Caitlin Clark is the face of women's basketball. Despite the overwhelming evidence of Caitlin Clark's impact, some people are still trying to discredit her success. The moment her trading card shattered records, the usual critics came out, claiming her popularity is fueled by racism rather than talent or influence.
If I was the WNBA, I would have considered a separate television package to a network on just Caitlin Clark games. I would have had two packages, the WNBA package, and then a separate, let's say 15 to 18 game Caitlin Clark package.
Whether you like the Indiana Fever or not, whether you like Caitlin Clark or not, it has gotten to the point where we can no longer deny the fact that they are the biggest draw in the WNBA, and they proved that all of last season.
We've heard this narrative before. When Clark dominates in viewership, when her games outsell others, and now when her memorabilia sets new financial records. Every time Clark achieves something historic, there's always a faction that tries to shift the focus away from her actual accomplishments and instead blame it on so-called racial bias. But let's break this down logically. How exactly does race determine whether a trading card sells for $366,000? The people buying and investing in these high-value collectibles aren't doing so out of racial favoritism. They're doing it because they see Clark as the future of women's basketball and a global superstar in the making.
There's so many players who cite you as an inspiration for their games, including Caitlin Clark, who's just absolutely a phenomenon in college. What's that next step like for her?
You know, next steps, gosh, in this generation, right? You have, I think, just so many more challenges of how to handle yourself as an adult, right? You go through that whirlwind of being a senior in college, transitioning into the W. And then the next step is how to become just an even better leader. And so much of leadership, I think, is listening and learning. And hopefully the more she can get connected to vets in the league and just different people and coaches and anyone that she can glean wisdom from of how to just continue to learn how to be as a connected and inspiring leader as she can be. And a lot of that is walking the walk and not just talking the talk. So she's already on her way, but, continuing to have fun, continuing to anticipate how people are going to try to stop her and being prepared as she can be for next season.
If this were purely about race, then where are the big money collectors scooping up Angel Reese or Aja Wilson's memorabilia? If they are the real faces of the WNBA, as some claim, then why isn't the market reflecting that? Reese and Wilson have both had their moments in the spotlight, yet their memorabilia isn't breaking records. Their jerseys aren't selling out at the same pace, and their games aren't drawing the same level of attention. Is it possible, just possible, that fans simply like Caitlin Clark more? That her game, her personality, her relentless drive, and her ability to deliver jaw-dropping performances on the court have naturally drawn in a massive following? It's not about race, it's about preference. Fans choose who they admire, who they watch, and who they support. And right now, Caitlin Clark is the overwhelming choice. The reality is, Clark has brought more attention to women's basketball than anyone in recent history. Her presence alone has led to record-breaking TV ratings, increased WNBA ticket sales, and higher engagement across social media. She's not just another good player, she's a phenomenon. And that's exactly why her trading card is worth hundreds of thousands of dollars while others barely make headlines. Trying to twist her success into a racial debate ignores the fundamental truth.
association. They gave us a gym that I paid for. Not entirely, but they took money out of my check and I paid for it, bro.
You better get the fucking full usage of that.
Man, I got hot tub, cold tub, weight room, full court basketball, Ron. I walk in today, I'm on one side working out, Caitlin Clark on the other side.
Really?
I look at myself, there you go, 2 fucking legends, Patty.
Did you say what's up?
You know I say what's up, but I'm not the type to say what's up to interrupt your workout because I don't like people to interrupt mine. She can shoot the shit out of it.
And the WNBA assist leader this past year.
She can shoot the shit out the ball.
She's a great shooter.
And she's one of those workout people, got to think, anytime I hit the court, I got to hit that bike. I'm older now, so I got to get on that bike and stroll for a couple 5, 6, 7 minutes. So while I'm strolling through the park, I'm looking at her shoot it. And she's one of those shooters where if you know as a gym rat, you guys know, like, damn, bro, why you throw that pass bad? Give me the ball in my chest. I'm like, oh, she's a gangster also.
She's lighting people up.
Throw me the ball the way I want it.
What drill was it? What drill was she running?
I don't know. She was doing a 2 in a row corner wing. And if you miss, you have to go back to the next spot. And if you missed again, you have to go back to the starting spot. She had a nice drill. I'm literally still in it.
That's nice.
And she was shooting the shit out of it.
Of course she was.
Right. So she was shooting the shit out of it. And
she's the face of the league.
Agreed.
She's the face of the league. Agreed.
Caitlin Clark is the most exciting and influential player in women's basketball today, and no amount of false narratives can change that. If Caitlin Clark's success were purely a matter of race, then why hasn't this pattern repeated itself for other white players in the WNBA? The league has had white superstars before, yet none have commanded the kind of attention, influence, and market power that Clark has.
Right, and that's what a lot of these women are doing, is they feel like what we have done for this game, this young player has come into our game, and she's getting way more respect and all that stuff than we are. As she should. The young girl is a baller. The young girl has people watching because of the way she can shoot this basketball like Steph Curry. Steph Curry can't dunk. Steph Curry don't do none of that in the game. He can probably dunk by himself, but he don't really do none of that in the game. He is a shooter, and fans tune in to see Steph Curry. When I look at Caitlin Clark, fans are tuning in to watch her, and you know who that's helping? Everybody else. It's helping the Asia Wilsons. It's helping everybody else, the Plums, all that. It's helping all of them, the Tarasis.
The reality is that Clark isn't just another good player. She is a generational talent who has completely transformed the conversation around women's basketball. Fans aren't just drawn to her because of who she is. They're drawn to her because of what she does. She plays with a style that is electric, unpredictable, and absolutely must watch. Her deep-range three-pointers, no-look assists, and fearless approach to the game make her a spectacle every time she steps on the court. She's not just playing basketball, she's giving people a reason to care about women's sports in a way we haven't seen before. Meanwhile, players like Angel Reese and Aja Wilson continue to push the idea that they are just as popular, but without the evidence to back it up. If they truly had the same level of influence, we'd be seeing the same kind of numbers from their trading cards, jersey sales, and social media engagement. Instead, what we see is frustration from their side, accusations instead of achievements. Reese, for example, has spent more time fueling controversies than letting her game do the talking. She openly leaned into the villain role during her NCAA run, but now wants to be seen as a hero. Wilson, on the other hand, keeps pushing the idea that she's being overlooked despite being one of the most decorated WNBA players of the current era. The issue isn't that these players aren't good, it's that they don't have the same level of cultural impact that Caitlin Clark does.
Caitlin Clark is a hell of a player for sure, but I don't take disrespect lightly, and she disrespected Alexis and my girls. South Carolina, they still my SEC girls too. Y'all not gonna disrespect them either. So I wanted to pick her pocket, but I had a moment at the end of the game, and I was in my bag. I was in my moment. Yeah.
Honestly, I have no idea. I was just trying to get to the handshake line and shake hands, and be grateful that my team was in that position. That's all you can do is, hold your head high, be proud of what you did, and all the credit in the world to LSU. They were tremendous. They deserve it.
Dejanay Carrington, you wouldn't even know who she was if she didn't try to beat up Caitlin Clark in a game. You wouldn't even know, but these two clowns got together as the dumbest people in sports and saying, wait for it, they need more money, threatening to hold out if they don't get what they want.
And let's talk about the fans. The idea that Clark's supporters are racist for preferring her over other players is one of the laziest arguments ever made. Fans don't owe their support to anyone. They gravitate toward who excites them, who inspires them, and who they personally connect with. That's why Clark's games get the highest ratings. That's why her merchandise flies off the shelves. That's why people are paying hundreds of thousands of dollars for her memorabilia. The market doesn't lie. Caitlin Clark is the biggest name in women's basketball, and it has absolutely nothing to do with race. It has everything to do with the fact that she is the most captivating, game-changing, and dominant force in the sport today. Caitlin Clark's record-breaking trading card sale isn't just another headline, it's a statement. It proves that she's not only the most exciting player in women's basketball, but also the most valuable. Fans, collectors, and investors aren't just watching her. They're all in on her future. Meanwhile, the same critics who downplay her success are left scrambling for excuses, trying to spin false narratives instead of accepting the truth.
Most influential female athletes right now. Coco Gauff, 10. Juju Watkins, number 9. Cameron Brent, 8. Paige Beckers, number 7. Sabrina Ionescu, number 6. Asia Wilson. So Asia's not going to be happy either. Jakari Richardson was number 4. Simone Biles, number 3, right here. I can't quite get past the fact that Simone Biles is behind Angel Reese. Caitlin Clark, she ran away with number 1. I don't think that should surprise us. She came away with number 1. Caitlin Clark is redefining the entire landscape of women's sports. Her dominance on the court has shattered outdated narratives about women's sports, proving that women's basketball can be just as marketable and widely watched as men's. But the Caitlin Clark effect goes far beyond her performance. It's reshaping the entire sports landscape. Her presence alone boosts the WNBA attendance by 105% compared to games without her, while road games featuring her Indiana Fevers see an 87% increase in opponent home attendance. Her rookie debut sparked a staggering 200% jump in WNBA viewership, while Fever home games drew a league-high 186,000 fans last season, a 265% increase from 2023.
Clark is on another level. And let's be real. If Angel Reese and Aja Wilson were truly just as popular, we'd see the same kind of numbers from them. But we don't. Instead, we hear excuses, claims of racism, and desperate attempts to explain why Clark keeps dominating the conversation. But at the end of the day, it's not about race. It's about results. Fans choose who they support, and right now they've made their choice loud and clear. Caitlin Clark isn't just a star, she's a megastar. And no amount of complaining can change that. So what's next? With every game, every highlight, and every record broken, Clark is proving that she's not just here to stay, she's here to own the spotlight. And if history has taught us anything, it's that this is only the beginning.
It almost felt like marketers were trying to figure out, like, yeah, we have all of these amazing players and these amazing personalities, but can we push the demographic? And then when Caitlin Clark got to the league, the Angel Reeses got to the league, and they might have been fouled hard. The same thing I saw happen with Shamika Holsclaw, though.
You see my tooth knocked out?
Yeah,
Rookie season, Jewel Lloyd. My tooth knocked out. I still didn't get it fixed.
So how do you?
It's cool.
T-Clark, how do you feel about the fact that all of a sudden it was, oh, it's too physical. Oh, they're going at them because they're stars. What was your reaction to some of the new viewers and fans to the game thinking that the WNBA was too rough?
It was a crazy season because we have never had so much momentum behind our league, so much support, demand, viewership, all that, accessibility. But the craziness that came with the new fandom was rooted in something other than fandom, right? And I think that's very evident to see across the board. In a lot of ways, it has not been about basketball. Like, we can talk about, you know, people getting fouled. I just showed you my tooth getting knocked out. Like, that's been a part of the game. The game has always been physical. I can tell you the amount of times I've left with bloody lips and eyes. I have bruises all over my body, even from the game last night. You can see bruises on my elbow from last night. Like, it's just a part of the game. So there was no targeting. There was no nothing. That narrative that got spun into, oh, the vets hate the rookies hate the vets are going after certain players. It's all bullshit. Like, if I'm just gonna be frank, like, it's all bullshit. What it is racism, right? It gets blown up into, oh, they're going after Caitlin Clark, but no, we're just playing one of the best players that's in this league the way that any other best player, franchise player is going to get played. Watch how Stewie gets played. Watch how Asia gets played. Watch how Enrique gets played. Watch how Khalid gets played. Go down the list of franchise players for every team. They be getting fucked up every game. It don't matter what position you are, what color you are, what school you came out of. This is how we feed our families. Our job is to go and win. And if we don't win, what happens? We get fired. We lose our jobs. So
Facts. Caitlin Clark is getting mauled, no calls. Ryan Clark is a clout chaser that stinks at sports commentary. His co-hosts aren't worth mentioning. Natasha Cloud, a.k.a. Natasha Clown, is running the race baiting media because she's average at best in the W, and now she's stuck in Connecticut because she stinks.